Deep beneath the lands of Thedas, the piercing sound of metal on rock echoes throughout the cavern. The worker seeking the glowing lyrium the earth holds. Suddenly, the sound of mining is replaced with shouts, with breathy, wet growls, as soulless, corrupt entities break through the sturdy barriers yet again. Stocky figures in heavy armor step up to defend their kin, as is the right of the mighty warrior caste. A few of their brothers and sisters fall in battle. More precious blood lost, but the tainted creatures are pushed back for another day. Progress, for now, can resume. Such is the life of the Dwarves, the shortest and hardiest of the races of Thedas. In this video, we will explore the laws of society that keep the once great Dwarven Empire still standing. The defining feature of Dwarven society is the rigid social hierarchy that they follow. Currently, there are 8 different castes, and those of a lower caste are always looking for opportunities to rise in station, giving Dwarven society an often cutthroat attitude towards politics. Sitting at the top of the ladder is the noble caste, the pinnacle of which is the royal house, who is seen as fit to rule over the rest of the castes by appointment of the assembly. The assembly itself consists of deshas, 8 of the best dwarves the noble houses have to offer, who come together to act as a balance against the crown. Even within the noble caste, however, there are further divisions. The respect given to a house is often proportional to its age and accomplishments, ensuring that even those sitting at the very top do not let themselves grow lax in their contributions to society. Such nobility is to be protected, and so comes the next caste, the warrior caste. It is seen as one of the most populous and dangerous castes, with their members marrying young to sire as many children as possible before inevitably falling in battle against the many threats to Dwarven society. Each warrior caste house is sworn to a noble house, and as the rank of the noble house rises and falls, so does the warrior serving it. Again, this creates a unique environment where the preservation of status is vital, and so many of the warrior caste carry themselves with a singular noble stoicness in public, as to not dishonor themselves or the nobility they are attached to. Of course, such status needs the proper attire and wealth behind it, and this is where the merchant caste comes in. Merchants supply and sell valuable goods from the surface and vice versa, allowing the economy to thrive with trade. A mark of status in this caste is to own a shop. A space underground is so limited. It is a true accomplishment to have a permanent business set up. Most merchants have temporary stalls and vie for the best spots by paying for better permits. Today, however, the overall standing of this caste has fallen somewhat, as too many have been tempted by the riches of the surface, leaving their Dwarven brethren behind in an exodus that ended up forming the first of the surface dwarves, who were seen as betrayers of their kin. The next in line is the smiths, whose technological ability often outstrip the capabilities of any race on the surface. It is this vital caste that supplies the weapons and armor for the warrior caste, the fineries of the noble houses, and all the tools the other castes need to thrive. Interestingly, the line between smith and merchant can be sometimes blurred, as a smith can sell their own produced wares with the right permission. One of the only times a jump up in society is considered honorable. Such craftsmanship from the smiths, as well as a great deal of the overall wealth of dwarves, comes from its miners, who seek and harvest the valuable gems, ores, and minerals within their vast, expansive underground caverns. Without the resources from this vital caste, many other castes would fall, and so despite their lower ranking, they actually enjoy quite a deal of wealth and power. Even the women, whose expertise with Lyrium makes them highly sought after and respected. In current society, it is the trade of Lyrium with the mages of Thedas that gives the dwarves both the riches and influence they currently have, though the monopoly of the market by the chantry has given rise to some interesting black market business by some of the less scrupulous of this caste. Towards the bottom of the caste system is the artisan caste, who works closely with the smith caste to provide goods, but often with less prestige. It is this class who contributes to the rich artistry of weapon and armor embellishment, requiring a finesse often lacking in the smith caste. They, unlike the smith caste, also work with goods other than metals, including cloth and leather, and are the trendsetters of Dwarven society. It is noted that while this caste is low, spectacular talent can attract the sponsorship of noble houses, rising the status of an artisan caste well above their peers, even in higher castes. Behind this lies the servant caste, where most of the Dwarven population resides, with least of the wealth. The servant caste is considered the lowest tier of respectable society. However, many of them retain a great pride in their service to the higher castes, and their contributions are not to be sneered at. In fact, while rare, it is possible for a dwarf in this caste to be promoted to the status of Paragon, a title of absolute respect in society often reserved for great inventors or smiths, by embodying the ideals of the tasks they carry out with such terrifying perfection that it simply cannot be ignored. Speaking of ignored, sitting at the very bottom of the system is the casteless, those who have fallen to dishonor to such an extent they are exiled within their own city, designated to live in poverty and scrape by however they can. They are considered so low by society's standards that they aren't even seen fit to fight the Darkspawn, the single biggest threat to the Dwarven race. In fact, other caste members have been known to exploit the casteless for cheap, high-risk labor, such as harvesting rare mushrooms from the deadly Deep Roads. It is noted, though, that the dynamic of this caste is changing, as surface dwarfs are considered casteless, yet many higher castes are choosing to leave the safety of the caverns for the lands above. With such rich and valuable stock leaving society, time will tell if they will remain truly exiled. Meanwhile, another section of the casteless, known as noble hunters, are also beginning to change the perceptions of society. Before the disaster of the First Blight, the Dwarven Empire dominated the undergrounds of Thedas, the 12 great thaigs connected by the Deep Roads that sustained a population greater than the humans and elves of the world above. Once the First Blight cut off the strongholds from each other by the invasion of the Darkspawn into the Deep Roads, these once great underground cities began to wither and die off, with the exception of one, named Orzammar. Now, with only one major stronghold remaining, the Dwarven race is desperately fighting both the Darkspawn that was created from the Blight, as well as the infertility their taint brings. It is this crippling infertility that has brought the rise of noble hunters, dwarves who sought to improve their social standing by siring a child with the nobles of society, hence their name. The Dwarven caste system works by inheritance of the same-sex parent. For example, a casteless woman giving birth to a son of a noble house would raise that child's status to that of a noble, and allows the casteless woman an amount of comfort and luxury as a concubine. Noble hunters are renowned for their exceptional beauty and charisma, with many seeking the attention of a patron who will fund their education to be attractive to higher castes by learning to sing, play instruments, dance, and play cards. This benefits the patron, who can step forth in the event of an advantageous birth and claim to be a family member of the casteless, allowing them to join in living with the nobles. This claim cannot even be contradicted, as the births and deaths of the casteless, along with their lineage, are not kept in records, unlike the other castes. Looking to the future, it's easy to see that parts of this system are somewhat unreliable, and with the ever-changing nature of Thedas, it will be interesting to see how the Dwarven society adapts over the coming years, if at all. Thank you for watching this video on Dwarven society in Dragon Age. This was a Patreon special and was funded by my amazing patrons. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll be back very soon with even more content, so keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. Until next time, thank you and goodbye.